adjust this camera some. Boom. Let's go. Pardon me. Um, Tonight. Pardon me. Pardon me. I was drinking coffee. I want to have a hip hop discussion. I want to have the entire discussion about hip hop and about rap. And right now, it's a good time because Drake just dropped an album. There's a lot of artists that actually drop albums tonight, today. They dropped albums basically at midnight. You know how they do. And on top of that, Dipset has been reigniting the Verzuz beefs. I want to say something, and I want to be clear. Dipset was a part of one of the best Verzuz, if not the best Verzuz. They was on the unfortunate end of they was on the unfortunate end, but yet they weren't in one. I would like to see Dipset go against someone else. I would like to see them up against someone else. I want to see them do get a second shot at this. Multiple different reasons. First reason is this. I think they just wasn't prepared the first time they went up there. I'm sweating like crazy. It's hot as shit. I think they just wasn't prepared when they went the first time. I just want to be clear on you. I just think they weren't prepared. I think that they didn't have a real clear understanding of the magnitude of the situation because they had not did a Verzuz previously, where Jadakiss had did a Verzuz. And if you remember in Jadakiss's first Verzuz, he was drunk as shit. So there's a good chance that Dipset thought that Jadakiss was gonna come with similar energy, and that him and the Locks wasn't gonna come full power like they did come, and yet they was gonna come to have a good time and enjoy themselves. But I want to say what happened in that first. I want to say what happened in that first jump off, just so we can be clear. I want to explain what happened. Listen and pay attention. Jadakiss went up there, didn't really wasn't, the Verzuz was different back then, and Fabulous looked terrible. Fabulous is a great rapper. Fabulous is one of the best rappers of his generation. Fabulous is a top 50. Jadakiss manhandled him. And he was drunk and not even doing the Jadakiss shit. He was drunk Jada. He wasn't battle ready Jada. He wasn't Thanos Jada. He was drunk Jada. Manhandled him. And I think that's why the Locks came prepared when Dipset went up. So I want to see Dipset, Jim, Jules, and Cameron. Cameron was there for the Locks battle, first of all. Cameron was there. Let's just be clear on that. Cameron carried them as best he could. The other two, Cameron carried them as best he could. I want to see Cameron go up against somebody. That's what I want to see. I want to see every single Dipset member go up against somebody one-on-one. That's a fact. And then we're going to see what Dip at. I think they're going to bring it. That's just me talking. Because, remember, we was having this Locks conversation for months. When Verzuz had first started, actually. We was having this Locks conversation. Remember? When the Verzuz first started, we was having a Locks conversation. Do y'all remember? Remember? I said the Locks is going to smoke almost everyone. Remember? We had people that were saying I had New York bias. Remember? There was at least, 10 people in here saying that I had New York bias. So it wasn't no one person, so I don't want nobody to think I was talking about them specifically. Do y'all remember? I was like, nah, I think the Locks is going to take any 3-man group. Any 2-3-man group the Lock could take. I said, what would be interesting, though, is the Locks against, these dudes from Atlanta. The ATLians. Who's these dudes? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The AT Aliens, Big Boy, and fucking 3 Stacks. Don't ask me why I can't remember the name of their fucking group right now. I would like to see the Locks go against them. I think that would be a great battle. That's just me talking. I think that'd be great. I think that's the verses that we want to see. Not for nothing. Although I do want to see them go up against someone else first. Outkast. I do want to see them go up against someone else first. I do want to see them go up against someone else first. What up, D Candyman? I do want to see that. I want to see them go up against someone first. And then I would like to see them against the Locks. I would like to see how they'll handle different competition first. So let them go up against like Goody Mob or something like that. That'd be a good battle, right? Goody Mob against Outkast. Just like the Locks, they will be going against people in their area, in their region. That's another reason why I'm kind of pissed off at T.I. How T.I. don't want to go against nobody in his region. Why? You say to the king of the South, why aren't you going against people in your region? The New York niggas all want to go against New York niggas. Tell me where to lie. The New York niggas all want to go against New York niggas. Think about the logic behind that. Y'all all say New York have New York bias. So the New York niggas think the New York rappers are the best rappers. Right? What up, Chalice for the Kush? So the New York rappers think, look, listen to the logic. The New York rappers all want to go against New York rappers. Right? Y'all say New Yorkers have New York bias. Right? You say New Yorkers have New York bias. Right? So if the New Yorkers have New York bias, and they all only want to go against New York rappers, that means that you're saying that the New York rappers only want to go against the people that they consider to be the best. Now, in all reality, I remember DMX, rest in peace to DMX. DMX went with Snoop Dogg. Damn, Yonkers has been Yonkers has been smoking people in verses. Yonkers is strong. Didn't Eve go up against somebody and handle them too? Hold on, didn't Eve do a versus? Who did Eve do a versus against? Trina? That's bananas. So, Yonkers has been just smoking everybody, it seems. Any other Yonkers rappers? Shout out to Rough Riders. You don't play with them niggas. Shout out to Rough Riders. Double R. Shout out to Yonkers. Oh, shout out to Street. Oh man. Shout out to Yonkers. Yo. I'm thinking about that shit. Because Yonkers, Rough Riders has been smoking everybody in the verses. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit is bananas. Oh man, that shit is bananas. Rough Riders has been smoking everybody in the verses. That shit is absolutely bananas. Just because I'm curious, do we got any pro Frost people in here? Just any, even one? I'm just curious. Do we got even one pro Frost person in here? I'm just curious. If we do, just drop a Frost for me. I'm just curious. I just want to know which audience I'm talking to. Am I just talking to the people that hate me, or do I talk, or there are some, at least one or two? Okay, there we go, one. I just wanted to know. Just wanted to know. Alright. It's gonna be one of those shows. Copy. What up, washable marker? Oh man. Anyway. Anyway, two people. I want to say one thing. I want to be clear on something. Memphis Bleek, Jim Jones. I'm not gonna ask you who you got. Nobody really want to comment, so I'm not gonna ask you who you got. But Memphis Bleek, Jim Jones. I'm gonna say something. There was a point when Memphis Bleek was rapping. I was in high school, right? And there was a point. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Memphis Bleek was one of the nicest rappers at one point. I was like, yo, this nigga's one of the nicest rappers. And he only dropped like one album, and I didn't hear from him no more. Like, he only had like one album that I really heard, that I didn't really hear from him no more. So, Memphis Bleek is gonna come out, and he's gonna drop the songs that he got with Hov. You do know that, right? So, I'm saying he can. I'm not saying he is, just so we can be clear. So, I don't know if this is a slam dunk. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this is a slam dunk for Jim Jones. Memphis Bleek has about 2 or 3 verses that I've heard that I think are just legendary type caliber verses. I don't want to take nothing away from that man. He a lyricist. He's nice, for real. He rap. But I think Jim just got that swag, and I think Jim got so many bangers and so many club songs and so many he has so many songs that just hit in the summer. You understand what I'm saying? You know those songs that you just hear niggas bump it in the street in the summer? Jim have a lot of them. I can't think of the last time I heard somebody pump some Memphis Bleek. I probably haven't heard a Memphis Bleek song in 10 or 15 years. Think about it to yourself. When was the last time you heard a Memphis Bleek song? Whether because you played it or you just heard it somewhere. I hear people playing Jim. Now people always try to say, you never hear people playing Eminem in the hood. I never hear people playing Memphis Bleek, my dude. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. Anybody plays Memphis Bleek? Anybody knows of anybody that's out here talking about Memphis Bleek is the best rapper? Well, nobody's really saying that about Jim either. Anyway, I will say this. The Lloyd Banks going against Jules Santana. Lloyd Banks going against Jules Santana, I think is going to be something. Just so we could be clear. I think that would be something. Because that'll be good for Jules. Because Lloyd Banks don't really have any stage presence. You understand what I'm saying? So even though Lloyd Banks is probably the better rapper, since he doesn't have any stage presence, that'll be a good matchup for Jules Santana. Because Jules Santana would just look wacky. When he be going out there, he'd be looking like a cartoon character. I don't think that's what he'd be trying to do. But he'd be looking kind of cartoonish. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I'm really not trying to be disrespectful. But it looks more like his personality and the way that he's carrying himself. He'll be out there having fun and enjoying themselves. Don't get it confused. What up? It's easy. Joining the BBN gang. Definitely appreciate you. Salute. It's not, he's going to be going out there and enjoying themselves and doing whatever he's doing. Don't get it confused. But he's not going to have to go against somebody of a high caliber MC. You know what I'm saying? Not just as good of a rapper as Lloyd Banks is. He's not really that good of an MC. There's a difference. You understand what I'm saying? Some people can rap their ass off, but they can't MC. Some people get MC and they can't rap their ass off. I'm going to give you a good example. You know the Sugar Hill Gang? You know that song? Hip, hop, the hip it to the hip it to the hip, hip, hop, and you don't stop. They was MCing. Yeah, they were rapping. But they were MCing. They were talking to the crowd. You understand? So a rapper goes and gets out there and raps lyrics, and the crowd sings with them or raps with them. But an MC goes out there and they rap and they talk to the crowd. You understand? There's a difference. Not everybody can MC. Why do you think YouTube changed? Let's keep it a stack. I was one of the first people that was coming on here reading the chat the way that I read the chat. Everybody that do it now basically copying off of me. I was the first MC on YouTube. These are factual statements. You have people who did it here and there, but there wasn't people that did it like I do it. There was not people that did it like I do it. Anybody that's doing it like I do it is copying off of me. I created this way to use this platform. These are facts. People are using my own thing that I created to try to talk shit about me. When you should be out there appreciating that I helped to create something that now can make you have somewhere for you to be able to do what I do. But that's okay. I wish you all the best. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. We're going to try to keep with that energy. Stay blessed. I understand that the devil wants me to reflect back their negative energy. I'm going to try not to. Matter of fact, please keep bringing the negative energy. I'd like to increase my constitution. I'm not going to reflect your energy back at you any further. So I think that'll be a good matchup for Jules. Jules is a dope ass fucking rapper. I've always liked his flow and his way of rapping the best. I think one of the things that make Dipset dope also is that all three of them rap different. Cameron raps like Cameron. Nobody raps like Cameron. He raps like Cameron. If you try to rap like Cameron, niggas is gonna clown you. Because what the fuck is you doing? You're not Cameron. So we would have lied, though. Imagine being a nigga that if you try to rap like this nigga, niggas is gonna clown you and come for you. Because that's that nigga style. What the fuck is you doing? So, nobody raps like Cameron. Jules Santana is his flow and all of his nice, and you know Jim's always been Jim. You understand what I'm saying? Jim Jones also said he's gonna come out with a Spanish album. I just recently heard him say that. He says that he wants to embrace, you know, the Spanish side of his heritage. You know what I'm saying? Salute to that. I thought that was interesting. I wanted to tell you about that before. It slipped my mind. I thought that was interesting. I don't know what you gonna do. Right? What up, Washable Marker? What up, Scholar? Yeah, like, what you gonna do, right? So, I do want to say this. The verses have died down. They're just not good anymore. I think when they put that other verses on pay-per-view, that was just an absolute loss. They like had it connected to like a boxing match or some shit. What the fuck was y'all doing? That was crazy. You could tell that was a money grab. I think part of the problem is you have a lot of these artists that don't own their catalog. So when they're being asked to do these verses, they want money because they're not going to get any money when the streams go up. With all due respect. I'm going to say this again. A lot of these artists don't own their catalog. So when they go do the verses and then they shit goes to streaming goes crazy, they don't get a piece of that. You understand what I'm saying? So they just went and worked and got some other niggas rich. So that's why they don't want to do the verses. They want $1 million. We're about to go do this verses. The streams is going to go up 300%. Y'all going to make $10, $15 million over the next year or so. I'm not going to get nothing out of it except for this fucking $20,000 that you've given me to come do the show. Now I want $1 million. So that's what some of these rappers are saying because I'm assuming because they don't own the rights to their lyrics. I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming. So therefore, they need to, I think that's why they wanted to do like a pay-per-view. They're trying to figure out a way to bring in more money. I mean, I'm looking at it like this. You got advertisers, right? They have people that have ad space on their fucking, you selling ad space, right? You could pay the fucking rappers. Maybe not $1 million, but collectively you could pay them $1,500,000 a piece. That's all I'm saying, if that makes any sense. Because you know these artists don't own the rights. You know how they was doing these dudes back in the 80s. You know how they was doing these dudes back in the 90s. You know how they been doing these dudes back in the aughts. How they been doing these guys. They signed these contracts where basically they don't even have control of their own name anymore. I think these rappers be coming out with all these random other monikers and changing their name. Diddy done changed his name like 10 times. Diddy don't even know what to call himself. What the fuck? Diddy's like that dog that keeps getting dropped off at the fucking that keeps getting dropped off at the pound and readopted. And they keep changing his name. Shout out to Diddy. Obviously he's not nobody's adopted dog. But you do understand what I'm saying. So that's why they do all that name changing and they do this and this and that, yada yada, because they lose the rights to their image. Somebody a while back, I believe it was this morning, I learned that somebody else sold their channel or some shit like that. Somebody was like, yo, another YouTube channel sold their channel. I was like, wow, that was crazy. All right? And then it came up, would I ever do that? And I was like, nah, I would never do that. That's insane. I didn't get on YouTube to get rich. I didn't even know there was money in YouTube when I started doing it. I literally been dealing with social media since 2004 or 5, even before that. I've been on social media for forever. Not just like this shit. There's this shit they used to call Yahoo Spades. You know what that shit is? Yeah. I've been on social media since that. That's how long I've been working on the internet doing different things. Back since Yahoo Spades. I forgot when they discontinued. So I say all that to say this. Listen and pay attention. And I'm just kicking Mr. Tim Tyler now. Listen and pay attention. I say all that to say this. Listen and pay attention. I didn't start doing this shit to get rich. I started doing this because this is what I always did in my life. This is just what I've always did in my life. Literally. If you meet any girl I've ever dated, they'll tell you whenever we went places, I knew everybody. That's what they'll tell you. Yo, we used to just go all of these random places, and then we get there, and he just knows everyone. He knows them, so all the people. I mean, that's also dope as shit. Don't get that wrong. It's like that's just the absolute excellent flex. But it's also a factual thing. So I say all that to say this. I love doing this. This is what I do. Literally, when I work at whatever job I work at, I'm this way at work while I'm doing whatever the work is that I'm supposed to be doing. Having these same conversations while I'm working at whatever I'm working at. If you ever work with me, you know this to be a fact. So this is what I do. And I can't even help it. Real quick, who y'all got? Jim or Memphis Bleek? Put it in the chat. I want to know who you got, Jim or Memphis. Put it in the chat. We got like almost 60 people here. We hit that like button a couple of times, man. We could get 10 likes, right? I keep looking at the fact that we got like 50 and 60 people in here, and I'm like, damn, we can't get 10 likes? Not 10? You hit that like button, man. Come on, let's go. What y'all know? What the fuck? Says that the chat work? Yes, the chat works. I'm assuming somebody said something somewhere else you think is true, so you're coming over here to accuse me of something. Okay. Go do it. I mean, whatever you're gonna accuse me of, shoot. I want to see the Verzuz get back to competitive and respectful. I don't, but competitive. I want to see it get back to that. I want to see it get there. I put up a jump off. I was like, yo, who y'all think? I put up a lot of shit on YouTube today. On different chats, on different parts of YouTube. I put up at least 20, almost 30 pieces of content today. Expect for the same thing to happen tomorrow. We're going to try to get more of our regular videos that we usually do. But I'm got to fit that into the schedule now because I'm reorganizing, how do you say, my habits, so I can make sure that I get out more content. So we put out about 20 pieces of content, probably 30, on YouTube today. Did pretty good. We're going to look to put out more of our regular 10-minute videos. I just want to let y'all know we're going to get back to doing that also. I'm just having a little bit of problems with the getting everything to work right. So we're going to get back to that. Let's get back to the show. 30 minutes ain't good. So look, listen, pay attention. Also, if y'all want to talk about something else, put it in the chat. We could talk about something else if y'all would like to discuss something else. I want to say something. Listen, pay attention. I want to say something about the Young Thug freestyle that he dropped out of jail. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I want to say something about the Young Thug freestyle that he dropped out of jail. Listen and pay attention. In said freestyle, he said a couple of things. But one of the things that he said caught me. And I want to say this. And I just want to say this. This is not a knock on Young Thug. And I'm also not coming for rappers just in general. But I want to say something. You dudes make all of these songs. Yeah, you dudes make all of these songs, these rappers, about how they're doing all of these heinous things. All of these heinous things, right? All of these heinous things. Right? And then when y'all go to jail, now all of a sudden y'all want to talk about how y'all got all of this. They got misunderstood. You niggas is not Tupac just because y'all talk about shoot niggas. That's not what Tupac was about. I'm tired of hearing y'all rappers that just talk about shooting niggas and killing niggas and think that that's what Tupac was about. That wasn't what Tupac was about. Tupac was a revolutionary. He was about changing things. And first changing the way that we think. Because that's the first thing that you need to change in order to create change in the outside world. Change the inside. So you have to change the way that you think in order to be able to then reflect that into the outside world. That's what Tupac was about. Change. Now, if you had to be aggressive to bring that change about because it was worth fighting for, that's what Tupac was about. Tupac wasn't about just going into the streets and shooting up your brothers. Tupac wasn't about just disrespecting your sisters. It wasn't about that. But these rappers love to say that they're the next Tupac while that's the image that they push. You don't even know what he tried to tell people what he meant by thug life. And what he meant by thug life wasn't just being a gangster out here on the street killing people. People forget Tupac was driving, saw some people being harassed, jumped out the whip, pulled out the jammy, started hitting some niggas, and it turns out they was fucking undercover cops making an illegal arrest or some shit. He ended up beating it. I think he beat that one, right? That's the kind of person Tupac was. Tupac wasn't the type of person that we know of that was sending niggas to go kill other niggas. Just be mindful of that. I'm not getting derailed. Right now we're talking about, just so you know, at this moment, you probably wasn't in here when I had started the conversation. I don't think he was here. But just so you can be clear, we're talking about Young Thug's situation and how he went to jail. And before he went to jail, what he was doing was talking about all this gang shit. Then he goes into jail, and now he wants to come with this freestyle where he's talking about he wants repentance and peace and they're misunderstood and all these other things. That's literally the conversation that I'm having, not derailed. Anyway, these guys think they're the new Tupac. It's not what Tupac was about. People forget changes. People forget Brenda had a baby. People forget Dear Mama. All they remember is Hit 'Em Up. That's it. All they remember him is when he was at his most aggressive and where he felt the most disrespected and replied back at the most vicious. If that's how you remember Tupac, you don't know Tupac. Just want to say that. So I thought that was something that Young Thug dropped that freestyle and went off the way that he did. I thought that was interesting. Also said that he thought about taking his own life. What else he said? Mumba, he's in jail saying that he cries all the time now. That's what he said in the rap. I don't know how true it is. I hope that they're treating him humanely. He has a day in court, and I hope that they're treating him humanely in a way that he is supposed to be treated, as now a warden of the court, as now a ward of the court, pardon me, as now a detainee or whatever they want to call him, until he has his day in court. But I don't want to hear you crying every night when I hear that the allegations is that you had something to do allegedly with 50 plus murders. I don't want to hear you crying. That's what I'm saying. All due respect. There's 50 plus murders. They can't. It's a lie. Now, if they would have said 1 or 2, I'm like, they could be wrong. But they're talking about 50 plus murders that they believe that they could tie back to him. That's a lie. That's a lie. I get it. You wanna, people wanna support their homeboy, but this isn't a situation. This has real victims, you know. What about them and their families? With all due respect, people never think about the victims. You know, people be so busy trying to win the war so they can write the story. You know. Give some shout outs real quick. What up, Nick the Slick? How you doing? Emmanuel says, that's what I'm known as. Oh, you telling Bam Diaz? What up, Nick the Slick? Says, what's up, Jack? Y'all could go to KC. Tell them the name of your page. They could go to y'all can go to this page and listen to his songs. Nick the Slick says, what up, Jack? What up, Nick the Slick? What up, Bam Diaz? Says, oh, okay. What up, Bronx Bread? Says, you're getting derailed, bro. I don't think I was getting derailed. I was having a conversation about a thing. I just think that it was important for us to have that little bit of talk. Emmanuel says Nelly's trial was going to be on right now. Nelly's trial, the cop is going to testify he's guilty. But a cop can't testify that he's guilty. The cop could testify what the evidence, because he's a forensic inspector, right? So the cop can testify what the evidence, the forensic evidence, is detailing. And his interpretation of it. The cop is going to do that. And the cop is going to say that he, YNW Melly, was the culprit. So he's going to put the gun in his hand and say that he did it. I just don't want to say the cop is going to say that he's guilty because, like, this is a court matter. I guess that's what we normally say, right? Yeah, the cop is going to say he's guilty. I don't want to say that because I don't want somebody to take a clip of me saying that, like repeating your comment, and then they try to say that I'm saying that. And then they call me a liar later on when people don't know what, take the shit out of context. People take everything that I say out of... You do understand how much shit that I say that get taken out of context? You do understand that, right? All they do is listen to me say something, take it out of context, and then go make a video and then literally convince people of this shit. So I don't know what to tell you. I just chipped my tooth, so I'm biting the shit out of my tongue every time I talk. This shit is painful. Anything y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. No, I'm not. I wasn't saying nothing about what you said. What you talking about? Oh no. I thought you brought up a good point. What you talking about? I thought you said something worth talking about. No, I thought you brought up something that was worth. I can't. Can y'all see this? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is at this channel. The people that hate me have convinced y'all that anytime I say anything about any comment that you're talking about, that I'm disagreeing with y'all, and I'm not. So they just, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm not. It seems like every time y'all say something and I'm agreeing with you, y'all talk to me like I'm disagreeing with you. So I don't know what the fuck to do. Shout out to Deshaun Watson. It's a salute. Throwing up the muscles. It's an ape. Like, I don't get it. I was agreeing with you, by the way. I just wanted to phrase it differently. I don't know what to tell you. That's the shit that fuck with me. This shit is crazy. That shit is just crazy. That shit is just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. Anyway, if they talk to me, I kick them. So they trick y'all to think that y'all can't talk to me. Because if they talk to me, I kick them. And they trick y'all. Stop. Don't stop. Stop. I'm removing your comment. Stop. Don't. That's not my problem. My problem, I don't need mentorship. I don't need any of that. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm actually doing everything, not everything, but I'm doing the majority of this stuff right. I'm not really doing anything wrong. It's not nothing I'm doing wrong. It's not nothing to do with my approach, and I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just, I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't need a mentorship. That don't even make sense. Casey says, Jack, and I fuck with Hassan Campbell, by the way. I like Hassan Campbell. I fuck with him. But that's not the problem. Nobody is listening to me when I explain what the problem is. Everybody just pretends like what I'm saying the issue isn't the issue. Instead of just believing me, or you don't even have to just believe me. Just pay attention to what's happening and you can see that what I'm saying is reality. So I'm like, whatever. So that's why I just be like, well, whatever. I don't need any of that. I have people that just actively are just lying. And so that's it. And Casey says, Jack, they saying Drake album is good. I don't know about all that, but it broke records apparently. Drake albums is always going to break records. You already know that that's what it's going to do. 1. 2, Drake is, I keep saying this. I don't think Drake is that great of an artist anymore. I think he drops an album. He might have 2 or 3 absolute smashes on an album. Then the rest is mostly mid. It's just he's Drake. That's it. He's just Drake. I don't know where to put it. I don't know no other way to put it. He's just Drake. I didn't think the CLB album was that good. And just so we could be clear, I like Hassan Campbell. And if I had communications with Hassan Campbell, I would go fuck with Hassan Campbell. Don't get it confused. I like Hassan Campbell. I like what he's doing with his. I forget everything else. This is not about whatever. I like what Hassan Campbell is doing. I fuck with Hassan Campbell. The point in which I'm trying to make is this. My actual problem isn't me needing mentorship. I only have one issue. Period. If that problem didn't exist, we will have a beautiful platform over here. So I gotta figure out a way to get that problem fixed, so our platform could go back and be beautiful. And I'm not gonna stop trying. So it is what it is. Emmanuel says it broke dance records apparently. I think it's just I don't know what it's about. If you said y'all said it's a house music, so I'm thinking it's for the European audience. I don't know. I'm guessing it's for the European audience. House music sounds like something that's for the European audience, right? Maybe they're just trying to Europeanize us. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just not a real super big Drake fan. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a super big Drake fan. I like some of the stuff. I like a lot of the stuff he does. Don't get it confused. But I'm not one of those super big Drake fans. Shout out to J.A. That's what I'm going to say. Says, what's up, Jack, my dude? It's good to see you, Frost, with the $9 drop. Definitely appreciate you, J.A. This actually came a minute ago, and I was in the middle of talking, and I didn't show earlier, so I want to apologize if you aren't still here. I hope you are still here. The name is what they sell now. No more early drops like in the 90s. Eminem new song, King and I dropped. I heard Eminem has a song dissing Amber Heard. I'm like, that's one of the most Eminem things to do. Shout out to that shit. Eminem could only... See, this is the thing. This is the shit that kind of sucks to be Eminem if you're a rapper and you as good as he is. He really can't diss black people, because if he diss any black person, he's going to be called a fucking racist. So the only people he could diss is white people. He can't diss no black people. He gonna be called a racist. Even if they come after him first. If he comes after them, he's gonna be called a racist. Eminem can't have but, so he can't really slaughter a dude in a rap. So I he's going after Amber Heard, so shout out to that shit. Imagine she better go drop a diss track. Diss track. Copy? She should drop one. Should be lit. You think M is overrated? I think he's underrated. I think people don't really talk about Eminem. Be honest with you. I don't never hear anybody talk about Eminem. Yeah, man. Do that, KC. I don't hear nobody talk about Eminem. Who do you hear talk about Eminem? I don't hear nobody talk about Eminem. Fuck talks about Eminem. Fuck out of here. KC said he dropped a couple days ago, Sleazy Flow remix. Nobody talks about Eminem. I like for some of the same reasons I believe. Well, they probably. I think Eminem is one of the greatest rappers of all time. I don't think he's a top 5. The main reason why I don't think he's a top 5 is for the same reasons that I just mentioned. Eminem really hasn't had. He's had battles against people. Don't get it confused. But when has M really had a battle that we think was a battle of him worth having? What we thought he was battling somebody of his caliber, like when Nas went against Jay-Z, like when Biggie went against Pac. You understand? So he hasn't had that, and I think that hurts him. Like when Ja went with 50. People forget Ja was the fucking man. Ja was standing on top of the fucking mountain like this. He was doing that fucking Captain Morgan. He was standing on top of the mountain like Captain Morgan. People forget about that. Ja was running the game for a minute. He was writing songs for all of it. He was Tory Lanez before Tory Lanez was Tory Lanez. He was writing songs for all of the chicks, getting on the tracks with him, killing it. Had his own albums. Ja was the man, and 50 Cent came and pulled the rug out from under him. People forget about that. But 50 never really had that. I mean, pardon me, not 50. Eminem never really had that. You understand what I'm saying? In my opinion. So MGK is not gonna do it for me. Who's the other dude he was rapping against? Benzino isn't gonna do it for me. Him and Ja Rule was going back and forth, but Ja was going back and forth with him and 50 and the FBI all at the same time. So I'm not gonna get that to him. Who else was Eminem beefing with? Miley Cyrus, I think. Or not Miley Cyrus. What's that other chick name? He was dissing Miley. He dissed all the white people. So he was dissing all the white people. So boom, there you go. My name is Slim Shady. Slim Shady is a dope name though. Slim Shady is a dope name though. Who do y'all think Eminem should do a versus against? Wait. Who do y'all think Sosa should do a versus against? Who do y'all think Chief Keef should do a versus against? Don't say some niggas that they gonna be shooting at each other on stage. Don't be like, yo, Chief Keef should do a versus with whatever them ops is he got in Chicago. I'm not sure. You should do a versus against the dudes on 63rd. I'm assuming those is his ops. You should do not like that. Who y'all think Chief Keef should do a versus against? Like, who you think would be cool? A lot of these niggas, like, you can't really name a lot of these younger rappers now that a lot of them don't like Tekashi don't got enough music to do a versus. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these dudes don't got enough music to do a versus. Kodak could do a versus. Who should Kodak do a versus against? Now, I don't think none of these young niggas should do versus. I think the verses should stay with all these older dudes. I don't think none of the younger dudes should do a versus. I guess the verses is for the older dudes, right? What up, Tox? Tox or Tax? What up, Tox? It's interesting. Yeah, who y'all think you should do a versus against? I'm curious. Like, what do you think Jim Jones is gonna do? Like, on some real shit. Like, y'all think if Jim Jones, he's too gang related, can't even get to the festival tours. Chief Yeah, they do Chief Keef, but he gonna have to do it by hologram. He gonna have to do it, but it's gonna be by hologram. That's how he gonna do it. It's gonna be by hologram. He gonna do it. He gonna be right there, hologramming in. They gonna be like, yo, little Chief Keef, we gonna need you to hologram these things in because we can't have you pull up to the arenas. Things gonna hologram it in and shit. Imagine if they let some locked up rappers do a fucking Imagine if they let some locked up rappers do fucking verses and shit. Yo, which rappers that's currently in jail, not counting YSL because they just got locked up. Which rappers currently in jail would you like to see do a verses against each other? Get some water. Be right back. Which rappers? I want to know. Which rappers currently in jail would you like to see do a verses against each other? Oh, you said you see I shared that Dougie B video of him dancing on stage? Okay, I'll take Max B versus Young Thug. Even though Thug just got arrested. I take Max B versus Young Thug. I'm here for that. You said Pooh Shiesty versus 42 Doug. I'm here for that. Tory Lanez versus A Boogie is not locked up. But you want to see a Tory Lanez versus A Boogie? Woo! Woo! You're a damn genius. You're a whole genius over there. Tory Lanez against an A Boogie versus? Don't they make similar music? That's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire. Killing it. Killing it. That's gonna be fire. Don't let nobody lie to you. Tory Lanez versus A Boogie. First of all, I love Tory Lanez, but I gotta go with A Boogie because it's the Bronx bias. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. It's the Bronx bias. So I'm gonna go with A Boogie. But woo, that's gonna be. Oh man, that's gonna be off the Richter scale. That'll be bananas. They should really get that shit. They should start working on that. Somebody need to call them niggas. Somebody need to call them niggas. 50 need to do one. I want 50 to do one too, but 50 not gonna do one because who could 50 go against? You said why you think we brought it up? Yo. Who do you think 50 could go against, though? Like, on some real shit. Like, who could 50 possibly go against? I'm going to reach out to Hassan Campbell. I'm gonna DM him. I'm going to DM Hassan. I'm going to DM him. See what he say back. We've spoken before. I'll see what he say back. I'm going to DM him. Not right now. I think that'd be dope. $50 and Busta? Nah, I wouldn't do that to Busta. I would. Okay, so $50 is one of those few rappers that can stand on stage, not say a word, and get the Michael Jackson energy, where you just on stage, you're not saying or doing nothing, and the crowd is just absolutely going fucking batshit crazy. 50 got that. So I wouldn't want to do that to Busta. Because Busta's such an incredible artist. I want to put him up against somebody that ain't going to do that to the crowd. Because that's kind of not fair unless you're going against somebody else of that caliber. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It's just not fair. It's like Goku Super Saiyan, the blue-haired god Goku going up against fucking Android 11. Like, what the fuck? Going up against fucking the Super Saiyan got the blue hair Goku. No, the fucking, not even the blue hair Goku. The fucking when the nigga get the white hair, I forgot what you call that shit. That Goku going up against fucking Krillin, base level Krillin when he's a kid, like that. We ain't got time for that shit. Get out of here. Niggas be like, all of the base levels. We're gonna take them levels and we're gonna turn them up. All of the words. What? Niggas be. What's good? Call myself. The only person that people want to see 50 battle is Ja Rule. I think if you said 50 Cent versus, yeah, people only want to see 50 battle Ja. That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie to you. We want to see 50 versus Ja. I mean, we'll accept 50 versus Jay-Z. We'll accept it. But nobody don't want to see Jay-Z versus 50 anyway. We all want to see Jay-Z versus Nas, right? So we'll accept. And in the last two songs that they do has to be Ether and has to be Takeover. That has to be the last two songs that either one of them do. That's how the show gotta end. Dum, 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 dum. That's a different song. Dum, 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 dum. That's a different song. Nas. Nah, you can't start the show with Ether and Takeover. How? You can't start the show with quite possibly both of their best songs. Let it go off that way. And the last round, they gotta flip a coin. That's how we doing it. Every round, they gotta flip a coin. Flip a coin every round. Flip a coin every round. That's how the verses should be. Flip a coin every round. What up, Double A Joel? 50 versus Eminem. Why would 50 battle Eminem? I mean, I guess they could do that, but 50 versus Ja, that's the only person, they right. The only person anybody. Yo, we got like 70 people here. Can we hit that like button, please? We can get up to like 30 likes, right? Yo, only person people want to see 50 battle is Ja. That's a fact. We ain't even gonna play with it. That's the only person people want to see 50 battle. Ja. That's it. Niggas don't really even want to. That's why T.I. go sit your ass down. That corner. Right there, T. No, not that corner. Not that corner! That corner. Yeah, nah, come on, man. Take the chair with you. Take the chair with you. That corner. Scholar says Drake modeled 20 Instagram models in his new video. Player for life he is. He's doing all of the things. I don't know what to tell you. Doing all of the things. He's enjoying life. T.I. need to go take all of the seats though. Nobody don't want to see 50 Cent go against you, homie. Everybody want to see 50 go against Jai. 50 know that. The only other person people will accept is The Game. And to be honest with you, he can't even go against The Game because that'll just be 50 against himself. Because The Game is going to use his first album, which is a classic. The Game has a classic album. Let's not play with it. And 50 said he was all over that album. And I believe him. Because that's how they work over there. Everybody's all over everybody's album. We're going to help each other win. That's how it's supposed to be. That's why a lot of niggas want to fuck with me. Because they know, they see me trying to work and they understand what's happening. It's gonna work with me, nigga. I'm Jack Frost, nigga. I tell you what, one day just follow me. I'm just gonna be walking on the block minding my business. Just follow me. Especially if I'm in Manhattan. You ever see me walking in Manhattan? Just be like, hold on, this nigga just follow me. Just walk behind me. Just follow me. Be like, yo, this nigga really got that energy. They be like, yo, what the fuck, yo? That nigga really got that energy. How in the hell? I'm thinking of funny things. I apologize. I'm thinking of funny things. Yo, what y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. He said, Namek. Yo, what the fuck, yo? What is Megan Thee Stallion gonna do when Kelsey comes out? If Kelsey comes out and says that basically they were fighting over Tory Lanez. Yeah, because she lying about her getting paid. I keep trying to tell you, whenever you got somebody that says something and then somebody else is saying they lying, and then they start attacking them, why? Stop thinking that shit to yourself. A lot of times people get lied on. They're not going to attack the person that's lying on them. They're like, this nigga's a liar. But they're not going to attack that person. All you got to do is look at all recent history. Look at all the supposed evidence Amber Heard had against fucking Johnny Depp. Look at all the alleged evidence, all the fake conversations that she was having when she was editing audio. All the fake conversations where she was having, where they really talking about one thing, and she's playing the audio and she's recontextualizing it to make it seem like they talking about something else. Stop believing niggas. Niggas is doing the most nowadays. Niggas is doing the most. You're like, God dang it. Like, that much? That much, red bastards. That much. I heard Hassan Campbell talking about the situation with, I ain't hear the whole video, I just a little clip. And he was talking with it. I want to say something. This is the problem that I have with my son. Too many times he brings up a reason why he's mad at something. And it just, he leaves out a lot of context. Like when I first heard him and like I heard he was upset about the DJ Academic's comments. He literally said, "What is a 31-year-old man having this conversation for?" He didn't have the conversation when he was 31. He had the conversation when he was 20. You get what I'm saying about people recontextualizing the conversation? He had the conversation when he was 20. He didn't have the conversation when he was 31. He didn't have this conversation yesterday. He didn't have this conversation 2 weeks ago. He had this conversation 11 years ago. Where I also add, we lived in a different America. Might I also add, he's from New Jersey. Might I also add, the age of consent in New Jersey is 16. So he said in the state that he's in, the age of consent is 16. And he's saying he thinks it's okay to have a 20-year-old to have sex with a 17-year-old. Hell, in the state of New Jersey, it's okay for a 16-year-old to have sex with a 31-year-old. Just so we could be clear. So that'd be my issue, my problem. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you mad at a nigga, but at least, you know, be fair with the information. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna read this KC comment again. Oh wait, hold on. My son in general. Shout out to my son. Yeah, no, wait, hold on. Time out, my son. Shout out. We got my son in the house. Shout out to my son. Once again, I applaud you all the time, my brother. So this isn't me coming at you. This is not me being disrespectful to you. I applaud you all the time. We over here, we applaud you on what y'all people are doing all the time, homie. I'm talking about one specific situation where I don't agree with you. Just so we can be clear. Copy? Just so we can be clear. I'm talking about one situation where I don't agree with you. Just so we can be clear. Copy? We applaud you over here all the time, my brother. And back to what I was saying. Also, I wasn't actually trying to get your number. I know you keep thinking I'm trying to get your number. That's how come I know that's you. I'm only ever trying to say, yo, my dude, I like the message that you're giving out. Could you please come preach that to my community? That's all I'm ever saying. That's it. I know you keep thinking I'm trying to get your number. That's how come I know that's you. No, nigga. You got a lot of shit that you say that I appreciate. I be wanting to have you come say some of that shit for the community. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. I appreciate you. For real, for real. Shout out to my song. Shout out to Tamika Mallory. And shout out to Until Freedom. I love everything y'all doing over there. And shout out to New York City Justice League. This is a fact. What are you playing with me? Bronx Press says Jay-Z, J Electronica, Royce the 5'9". J Electronica, Royce the 5'9". I don't know. I'm here for that. J Electronica, Royce the 5'9". I don't know. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Say you trying to get my number. Yo, nigga. I was trying to get you to pull up to the fucking community and preach your shit. And preach your non-violence get-together community shit. The fuck? That's how come I know that is him, nigga. Keep thinking I want your number. I don't even call people. If you don't believe me, who in here got my number? I don't call people. I don't call nobody on the phone, ever. I don't even use the hell. I'm not a telephone person. What up, produced by Tyler? He's laughing. What up, Elgin Tynes and shit? Yeah, I'm not even a telephone person, man. I'm not a telephone person. Copy? I don't want your phone. I'm trying to get you to come over here and preach your shit. That's it. Trying to come over here, create content with you. I'm trying to interview you, to come and tell us about the latest thing that you're doing. I'm trying to have contact with you, so through DMs, because that's usually how I respond. And you can talk to anybody that know me. I communicate through the DMs in order for, I could pull up to when y'all doing events, or when your peoples is doing events, so I could pull up. I can get some footage, so when I'm shooting my stuff, I could add y'all guys into some of the things that we be doing and shit. Like, fuck, man. The fuck? Ryder 7 says MOP versus Onyx. That might be lit. What the fuck is you talking about? Onyx just went against these guys, though, and they shitted on them. Because they put them on that damn boxing bullshit. So they shitted on them. I think my son thought he was going to come here. I was going to argue with him. Nah, I was going to argue with you, homie. You got a lot of shit you do shit I don't agree with, but y'all doing a lot of shit that I fuck with. I am not a hater. I ain't on that type of time. And that MOP versus Onyx, that is going to be lit. You know the energy in the house? You know the energy in the house is going to be bananas. One, I'm not backpedaling. Two, I do kick everyone. One, I'm not backpedaling. Two, I kick everyone. I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible with you. And I always do praise you on this channel. And when you go, and even if I have to kick you and I never talk to you again, whatever the case is, when you do good shit, I'm still going to applaud you for it, because that's the type of energy I got. So you do what you want to do. Copy? The fuck, yo? No. If you want to talk about, hold on, stop everything. If we're talking about the situation, hold on, stop. If we're talking about the situation involving academics, I want to be clear on something. Academics was a 20-year-old saying that he doesn't see no difference between a 17-year-old and a 21-year-old. I see a difference between a 17-year-old and a 21-year-old because I'm not 20. But when I was 20, I probably didn't see much of a difference between a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old. Especially in the state of New Jersey, when the age of consent is 16, just so we can be clear. Now, a 20-year-old saying that he doesn't see any difference between a 17-year-old and a 21-year-old is totally different concept than a 31-year-old saying that he doesn't see any difference between a 17-year-old and a 21-year-old, because that will be creepy. So when you say that that's creepy, you're right. But the problem is, Academics was 20 when he said this. He wasn't 21. I mean, he wasn't 31. So that's where that issue ensues. So that's what I say that I don't be fucking with. Because I just think that maybe you didn't know. Maybe you thought when he made these comments he was 31. Maybe now you need to recontextualize your response, because now you understand he was just 20 when he made these comments, and now it's like, oh, wait, okay, so, maybe you have a different perspective. I don't know. But no, without a shadow of a doubt, if I hear a 20-year-old kid say that they believe that a 17-year-old and a 21-year-old, there's no difference, I'm going to say it sounds like what a 20-year-old kid would say. I wouldn't think that was out of hand. Now, if a 31-year-old man said that, I would then think that there was an issue. If you believe anything that I'm saying is wrong, say what I'm saying is wrong. I'm not taking shots at you. I'm literally speaking about what you said. This is what we're doing, right? We're talking about the actual topic, because I never spoke on you as a person. I never talked about you as a person. I never talked about what kind of person you are. Whenever I speak about you in a positive light when I talk about what kind of person you are. So you ain't here to like throw shade? Because I can have a conversation without being disrespectful. Elgin Tyne says, she was legal. I don't see what the problem is. Well, okay, so this is the issue. It's a vibe. Shout out to It's the Vibe. When my son is saying a 31-year-old saying a 17-year-old and a 21-year-old is the same is creepy, he's 100% correct. Don't get this confused. Now, if you're saying, wait, just for context sake, if he's saying that might not be my song, I think that is my song because he's the only one that knows that he keeps thinking I was trying to get his number, so I think that is my song. So I don't know why he's so mad at me either. I have not the slightest idea. I really don't. So if you're saying, just so we can be clear, that a 31-year-old that's not my song. Boom. That's not my song. You know how I know that's not my song? Besides the fact he said he's a troll. Well, you're calling me a dummy, but at the same time, you allowed for me to have a good conversation that was worth having. I didn't care whether you was the real my son or not. I thought that was a good way to have that conversation. So you was finally doing something good at being a troll? You was finally doing a good job of being a troll? Finally? And you fucked it up? Why? Because it was good content. You was actually doing a good job of being a troll. See, this is what I mean. These niggas is weirdos. Do you understand? Now that you understand, these niggas is not trolls. Stop calling them that. Stop telling me that I'm upset at trolls. These niggas is not trolls. He was finally doing a good job of trolling, and then he did that. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to get back to that conversation because I think that conversation was lit. Just so we can be clear. What I believe, this is just me believing, a 31-year-old having relations, a 31-year-old having, I think that was a real my sign also, a 31-year-old, right before he said the thing that he said, he posted on his page. I think that was my sign also. He just couldn't respond back to what I was saying. But whether it was or it wasn't, it don't matter. I liked it, the way the conversation was going. So look, listen, pay attention. I didn't really care. I liked the way the conversation was going. But listen, pay attention. A 31-year-old looking at, okay, so this is what I mean. If I see, I'm looking at a 17-year-old and a 21-year-old the same way as far as I'm not looking to have a relationship with them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I would consider that to be a waste of my time. They're 17 years old. They got the world ahead of them. They could waste 10 years of their life and then be just fine. I don't got 10 years of my life to just be wasting. You understand what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even be, that's not my desires. I don't got 2-3 of my years out of my life to just be wasting, doing nothing, hanging around with this chick in a relationship that's never going to go nowhere because, you know, she's just too young and we just got too much removed. Relationships absolutely suck when all y'all have is the only thing y'all have in common or the only thing that's keeping it together is the physical aspect. It sucks. It really sucks. To be like, No, I like my song though. He do keep thinking I'm trying to get his number though. That's a fact. Bronx Bread said he jump on topics for clout chase missions. Agreed. He too grown to be speaking on a young boy issues. I don't know. He knows he can't change. I don't know. Bandwagon activist for sure. Sometimes I feel that way, but sometimes not. Elgin Tyne says, I think sometimes you have to, I think sometimes there don't be nothing going on and you got to stay in the public eye, so they have to pick up a cause sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to do something. They can't just go 3-4 months without doing nothing. They just, you understand what I'm saying? So I think sometimes he might comment on something because, it's just, he could talk about whatever he want to talk about. You understand what I'm saying at the end of the day? But I do think some of the times he gets into conversations that don't suit him. But, we all do that. I think that the reason why he said what he said about DJ Academics is because of the Meg Thee Stallion connection that he has. And he's trying to go at DJ Academics because DJ Academics is allegedly going at Meg Thee Stallion. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all that's about. It's not about nothing else. Elgin Tyne says, older people have relations with younger people every day. The question is if the act is lawful. Well, in the state of New Jersey, 16 years old is the age of consent. So that's the state DJ Academics was in. So he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't say anything wrong. He didn't do or say anything wrong. And for all the people that's talking about it's just nasty, it's just disgusting, you know how many countries that basically the age of consent is like 14? Like, we kind of have an old age of consent in America. And we kind of need it because people are just absolute perverts. So it's a good deal. It's good. Probably need to raise that shit a little bit more. Elgin Tyne says, what I would have a problem with is an older person having a relationship with a minor. Agreed. Like I said before, if DJ Academics was 31 years old when he made these comments, I could 100% understand the vitriol. But the fact that was 20 years old when he made these comments, it's like, well, yeah, it sounds like something a 20-year-old would say. Why would you expect a 20-year-old to say something different? What kind of 20-year-olds do you know? But these 20-year-olds is you hanging out with. This kind of seems like this is online for the 20-year-olds that I know that has shit going on. What the fuck is you talking about? The drugs. So there's just never no telling. So there's just never no telling. I'm gonna go get me some water. Be right back. Bronx Bread said, all that talk should have ended it. Was announced the point in time that was said. Everybody that continues the rhetoric is a clout chase mission. Like I said before, it was just a hit piece. 9 times out of 10, it was. I need to take these shoes off. I just hate fucking walking around with. I don't even like having clothes on in the house. I ain't gonna lie to you. Usually when people knock on my door, I'm in my fucking underwear. You have no idea how often I answer the door and I'm in my underwear. Where's one of these things at? You have no idea how many times I open the door. I open the door for people that have my fucking underwear. Always in my underwear, yo. No shirt, no nothing. I just be in the house. I open the windows. I was like, open the curtains and shit. I put a t-shirt and shit on and white beat or some shit. But I'm usually in my underwear, man. Fuck all this clothes shit. This clothes is for the birds. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I hate walking around with clothes on, man. This shit is for the birds on me. This shit's bananas. Fuck clothes. Clothes eat the dick. Yeah, I think that it was just a hit piece on DJ Academics. That's it. They mad. Meg Thee Stallion is mad. She asked for help. They just brought that up. That's all they got. That's gonna fizz out. They're gonna be like, look, Meg, you on your own. We tried to help. That's it. He shouldn't. He did enough. Don't. You did what you're supposed to do. You were being supportive to Meg Thee Stallion. You brought the shit up. People be talking about it. That's good. You did your job, my son. Don't worry about it. He was supportive of your friend. Elgin Thompson, 17-year-olds are working as escorts in New York every day, which is a fact. Which means that they can sleep with individuals of any age. Well, I'm not even going there, Elgin Times, because escorting, I don't believe that's illegal. So you're talking about 17-year-olds committing actual crimes. I don't think that that's going to be the basis of an argument that I'm going to agree with if we're going to be fair, okay? What the fuck, yo? This nigga's funny. He's over there talking about 17-year-olds committing actual crimes. Like, you know, there's 17-year-old prostitutes. But that's a crime! You can't say... Oh, Lord. What the fuck, yo? That's a crime! You can't say that it's okay to say that based on because there's 17-year-olds committing a crime in that area. What in the hell? The drugs. The fuck? Shout out to Elgin Times. That's the funniest comment today. Oh man, did I put the Cash App in the chat? I keep forgetting I don't got no admins no more.
Did you know there are 3 essential kinds of exercise that men...
Hey, what's up? Oh shit, y'all might be saying shit and I can't even hit the button to let it go through. Because I don't got no admins right now. So y'all better say shit that could go through. I don't know what to tell you. That's the only admin I had. Me. Ow. Alright, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm doing the thing. And my phone just does its own shit, so it takes me forever to do everything. Shout out to my phone. Wasting my time on a daily basis. Motherfucker. My phone be wasting my time on a daily basis, man. I ain't even lying, yo. This shit be getting me so mad. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? Shout out to my phone. Wasting my time on a daily basis. What up, Dorian Smith? How you doing? This is good work for us. All the works. Niggas is funny. At least it's blessed up for us. I had to point out. I just had to point that brother out. I ain't trying to get your channel struck down. Nah, you good. Struck down for what? What did you give me struck down for? What you said? Hold on. 17-year-old escorts. Oh, about that? Nah. We good. Sometimes so-called public Bronx person, sometimes so-called public figures need to fall back and make better choices. Agreed. Maybe being more proactive rather than reactive. That'll get your movement out there. I 100% agree with you, Bronx Bread. When I am in a position where I could be more proactive, I will. Actually, that's literally the problem that I currently have. That I can't be more proactive. That's literally the problem I have. That's literally the problem. I want to be more proactive. That's literally the problem. Resources. Literally the problem. Literally. Oh, you wasn't talking about me? Boom. I just absolutely I thought you was making a great point. I heard sometimes so-called public figures need to fall back and make better choices. So I took that as you was talking about my son not necessarily getting involved in this conversation. That's what I took that as. And then you said maybe being more proactive rather than reactive. And then when you said that, I just thought that hit home for me. Just so we could be clear. I thought you was actually saying some poignant shit. I thought you was saying some dope shit. I keep trying to tell you, I be agreeing with y'all comments and y'all think that I'm not agreeing with y'all. All the time. I be agreeing with your comments, man. I don't know how to get people to understand that yet. I keep telling y'all that. Nobody believe me though. I don't know how to get people to believe me. I keep telling you, I be agreeing with y'all comments. I don't know. Like, what the fuck am I doing to make y'all think I'm not agreeing with you? That's what I want to know. I mean, I'm saying I agree. So, I don't know. I'm absolutely confused. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know y'all think I'm bullshitting, but I'm not. Like, I'm really not. I'm so totally serious. I'm like, I don't get it. That's why I don't be wanting to talk to people, because I feel like that's why I don't be wanting to talk to people, because every time I say something, people come back at me like I'm coming at them. So I'd be like, oh man, I don't want to do this. That's why I don't be wanting to talk to people, because I'd be like, I can't have a regular conversation. And whenever I talk, it's like always got to be like I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. Like, you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home, man. I'm good. I don't want to do this. Everything don't gotta be an argument. Yeah, but resources. As soon as you said that shit hit home. Like, damn, I want to be more proactive. I wish I could. It's coming, right? It's coming. I can't. Let me just be quiet. I was gonna say I can't wait until something, but I'm gonna be quiet. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I don't want to get off right now. We only been on here for 99 minutes. Copy, Bronx Red. Peace. Copy, peace. I'm gonna unkick that fake my song page. I don't think that's the fake my song. I think it's the real my song. I like my song. This is a dick sometimes. But we all dick sometimes. Even if that was the fake my song page, it made some good comments. It's just, I wish it would. That's the part that killed me. Like, y'all coming here trolling on. Y'all be sometimes, like, even if y'all trying to troll me, y'all be saying shit and y'all be liking the conversation. And then all I gotta kick this nigga. Peace. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm not ready to go nowhere. I want to get off the live and then get on some video games and game with y'all. But I need a fucking video card first and a mic. Once I get a mic and a video card, I'm gonna start gaming with y'all after the Tonight Show. I need a video card and I need a fucking mic. Once we get a video card and a mic, I'm gonna start gaming with y'all after the Tonight Show. We game for an hour or two after the Tonight Show every night. You know, I know we got some gamers in here. I know y'all want to get on some Call of Duty and some Red Dead Redemption and some 2K. So as soon as I get a video card and a mic, that's what we're gonna do. Boom. What else you want to talk about? Put it in the chat. If any rappers want to be interviewed, hit me up on Instagram. If any rappers would like to come up and get interviewed, hit me up on Instagram. Okay, They're gonna have to wait, and ain't nothing I can do about that. I'd appreciate it if people hit the like button. Appreciate you, Dorian Smith. This is every. Says everybody hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. I already just paused it today. I mean, I could have watched that shit today. I watched that shit yesterday. I don't know. I should have tried. I hate this. Well, like I said, when I get a graphic card and I get a mic, I'm gonna start doing some. We're gonna get to the gaming. We know we got a lot of people that want to do gaming. The only reason why I wasn't doing gaming before is because I needed I didn't like the way it looked on the screen. And when we get a graphic card, we'll be able to connect the computer to everything, and we'll be able to make it look the way that we want to make it look. So, you know, and we'll be better. And Elgin Thompson, what's your opinion on crime situation in New York? I think people are just going crazy. I think people are going bona fide crazy. I don't know if it's because of the drug use. I don't know if it's because of social media. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if it's in the water, the air. I think people are just going crazy. I don't think it's just in New York City either, just so we can be clear. But I'll talk about the shit that's going on in New York City. Like, we got a real problem in the train system. We got a real problem with people pushing people into the train. That's crazy. We got a real problem with this. We got people stabbing niggas up on the train, shooting niggas up on the train. This is a real problem. This is a real situation. So, we have this mass... I don't know what you're going to call it. It's like there's a mass mental illness. It might just be in the food. When I see some of the, like, this crimes people are committing, it's like they're not even trying to get away. We had a dudes walk up into the pharmacy, shoot that LA rapper. They don't got no mask on, no nothing. Not that I want them to have all masks, but I'm just, not that I want them to be killing people and shooting people and getting away with it. But I'm just trying to illustrate the point that they didn't even attempt to withhold their identity. It's like we have a new day and age where people either don't believe they're going to go to jail or they don't care. So I don't know what it is. Just being honest with you. It's bad though. And as usual, I think we need resources. And I think that that's why people are going crazy. They're getting more desperate because of the lack of resources. And if you know anything about America, I think the Bronx is one of the poorest counties per capita. If not the poorest county per capita. So it's a resources issue. If you want something to do better, it needs resources. Period. So unless the politicians or the people that is running the Bronx or whatever the fuck, bring the Bronx some politicians, community leaders, bring the Bronx some resources, don't expect anything different to happen. Just don't expect anything different. There's a reason why you don't see rich kids running around mugging each other. Yo, did y'all see the video with the white boy that walked in the store with the gun and held the fucking gas station up? Some white boy walked in the store, held the gas station up, walked out with the bag. What up, Krieger Bailey? Says BBNNETWORK, Portland, Jamaica in the building. Salute to Portland. Salute to Jamaica. Is it Portland, Jamaica? I don't know what that means, but okay. This is bananas, yo. Niggas be bananas. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? Said big myself up. Appreciate you. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. It's gonna be dope when we get back to the gaming though. I like the gaming with y'all, for real. But before we game, I'm gonna probably need a new controller too. My controller's so busted, I can't hit a jump shot. Niggas think I suck. I don't suck, man. My controller busted. I have fucking two-way sharpshooter. I gotta dunk everything. My controller's busted, man. Sometimes that bit shoots, sometimes it don't. It is what it is. I am going to call it a night. It's 11:30, it's Friday. I think I want to step outside and just walk around. I never go outside. I think I want to go outside, just stand outside. Might go sit on a bench. I don't think I'm gonna do any of that. I might do some of that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go stand outside. I'll listen to some music. I'm gonna go get some night air. It says King Yellow. That's why I need a girlfriend too. It'd be nice. It's a nice night to go on a walk. Go for a little walk. No bullshit. A little bit of rough housing. Go dream about our future. What we doing. Tonight's a good night for that. It says King Yella and Charleston White. Charleston White called King Yella's P.O. apparently. Charleston White is a bitch ass nigga, yo. He a funny dude, yo. Charleston White is a funny dude. I don't know why y'all be playing with that nigga. That nigga is 100% the police. He don't care if you know. Why y'all playing with him? Stop playing with Charleston White, man. Let that nigga get to his money and talk his shit. All he want to do is talk his shit. Let him talk his shit. Y'all playing with that nigga. That nigga is 100% the police. Charleston White is not playing with y'all niggas. Charleston White is dead ass calling the police on y'all niggas. Stop playing with him. I'm here picking my nails and shit. I gotta cut them bitches. Just don't clean, no. I gotta cut them bitches though. Yo, they keep playing with that Charleston White nigga. That Charleston White nigga, he is 100% the police, man. That nigga called this nigga P.O. And that nigga King Yella like, yo, he called my P.O., yo. Yeah, niggas, get off the internet talking crazy. Fuck is y'all niggas doing, man? Y'all niggas is weirdos and shit. Niggas on the internet talking crazy. And Charleston White said, I ain't playing with you. Charleston White said, I ain't playing with you. You say you gonna do what, Nick? Called your P.O. dead ass up. Yeah, you on the internet threatening my life. And nigga like, oh man, yo. This internet shit, come on, man. This is just YouTube. Alright, you rap bastard. Eat a dick. Stay blessed, my boy. I'm sorry, I'm trying to stop saying that. I promise I'm trying to stop saying that shit. But stay blessed. I'm trying to stop saying that shit. You have no idea. Stay blessed, man. Just do all the things. Holy gracious. Making myself laugh. How much bars this thing got? A good, not a lot of bars. Let's get this shit on charge. What y'all want to talk about, man? I'm gonna let y'all go if not, cause I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, I'm gonna. Today's Friday night. I'm gonna just have. I'm very happy I guys pulled up. Pull up for morning coffee in the morning. I am going to reach out to Hassan Campbell. I like Hassan. I like what he's doing over there. Not for nothing. I like what he's doing over there. I don't agree with everything that motherfucker say at all, be honest with you. But I agree with enough of what he says for me to be able to have a conversation with him about shit. That's a hell fact. I don't have a problem with people that got different opinions. I like when people have different opinions that they can fucking express. And I also like when they have good opinions because I know I'm not always right. And usually what I'm pissed off about is when I'm talking about something that I know that I have this, I could see where there's cracks at it. And instead of you coming and having a conversation with me about the actual cracks, you're having a conversation with me about some little benign little shit that don't matter. That's just frustrating. I'd rather talk about the aspects of it that I'm not clear on rather than you come and just make up some fantastical thing just so you can have conversation. You understand what I'm saying? That's a waste of time. Yes, Bleek is supposed to be going against either Jules or Jim. I don't know. I'm not clear which one. I know. I think either which one to take one to go at him. They said that his jewelry is whack, and the nigga came outside. He said, "Look about the jewelry. Rock Nation." Nigga like I'm a whole CEO. What are you talking about? But I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm not. I think that that'll be a good battle. I think that'll be a good versus. I want to see what they do. I'm interested to find out. With that being said, everybody have a good night. We're back. There's tons of BBN stuff up. Go look at our community tab. Expect for me to be putting up stuff that's going to be only for the members. That's a new thing that we're going to be doing also. I'm going to be uploading stuff just for the members. Just so you can be, just for the bag swingers. I'm going to be uploading content just for the bag swingers. So bag swingers look to get a lot of content, a lot of real world content also when I go out into the real world, bag swingers. So with that being said, also I'm going to be more active on Discord. I was on Discord a little bit today. I'm going to be more active on Discord. I'm trying to get more active on all of our platforms. So if you're on any of these, you'll be able to talk to me back and forth. With that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. Just go out there, enjoy your night. If you got anybody still awake in your household, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Give people the flowers while they're still here. Also, just so we can be clear before you go to bed and after you wake up, make sure that you have a glass of water before we go to bed. Remember, that's going to help us have more energy for the next day. And also, don't worry, give it about a week, 2 weeks, you'll stop going to the bathroom in the middle of the night like crazy. And we drink when we wake up because we want to turn our metabolism back on. And we want to also, when our stomachs are empty, that's when our lining of our stomachs absorbs the nutrients through the water, from the water the best. So make sure that we drink some water when we wake up and when we go to sleep. And also remember, whenever we're helping somebody else be the best of them that they could be in that moment, we being the best us that we could be. So go out there and be great. God first. Like, comment, subscribes. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got in this one. I'm out.